Hey, how you doing? Just wanted to connect with you today on the 4th of January 2025, as this marks my 2-year anniversary of my diagnosis. And I got to admit that the last couple of days have been pretty difficult from a kind of mental health point of view, as I've considered just all that I've been through over the last 2 years, all that I've had to fight my way through, all I've had to endure, and the fact that I had that diagnosis in the first place, stage 4 with a 2 to 3 year life expectancy, and here I am entering that 3rd year. Now, actually things have changed a lot since then, but sometimes when something gets in your head like that, it's very hard to get it out, and it's been a real battle, I must admit, for the last couple of days. And as I've considered those 2 years, I've had 4 operations, twice as many as I needed. I had a bowel resection right at the beginning, and sadly, while I was still in hospital, that proved not to have worked. It was leaking into my gut, and so I had to have an emergency operation in the middle of the night, resulting in me being in hospital for 3+ weeks. So one operation had to happen twice. That left me with a colostomy, which I really hate. I cannot begin to tell you how difficult I find that. I don't really talk about that very much, really. But for some people, they just seem to get on with it. And if it was a matter of, have a colostomy or die, then you just get on with it. But this was avoidable, first of all, and is reversible. But I've just got to wait to have it done. But man, do I hate having it. So there was those 2 operations, and then earlier on this year I had a liver resection where they were looking to take the cancer out of my liver, but that was aborted because the liver lesions were too big, or bigger than they'd expected, and they couldn't remove as much tissue as was needed. So that was aborted, and then just recently, beginning of December, they had another go at that, which was successful, which was brilliant. 7 lesions taken out. We just saw the team yesterday, and they said that pathology have confirmed that there's really good margins of healthy tissue all the way around the areas where they cut away the cancer, which basically means it's been very successful, and they're very confident of that success at this point. So I've now been discharged back to oncology, which is great news. But nonetheless, it's been a battle in these last 2 years. I've had 3 rounds of chemo, totaling 22 cycles. I've had 1 round of 6 cycles of immunotherapy as well, and that's tough. I've had 2 surgical procedures, not operations really, but surgical procedures. One to have a PICC line put in for chemo, and then another one to have a port catheter put in, again for chemo, so I can have the PICC line removed. And that's just meant it's just been a battle. And even after this surgery for my liver, it's been tough. I've got massive sores around my colostomy where the adhesive sticks, which is giving me kind of real difficulty at the moment. And I think I'm just in no man's land. There's this sense of I've just hopeless, not in the spiritual sense. I'm not hopeless in the spiritual sense. My trust is in God. I know He is good. I know He is a healer. But that's that hopelessness practically, in a sense of my life is not my own. My life is in someone else's hands. And I don't mean my physical life, although that's true as well, but just living my life is in someone else's hands. I can't make any plans. I can't do anything to determine my own future. I'm totally reliant on other people. I'm totally reliant on my oncologist, whom I'm seeing on the 14th of January, and she will then plan out for us what 2025 looks like. And I'm in that no man's land in the middle, which as someone who's a visionary, usually got his sights on the horizon, that's really difficult. And so from that point of view, it's been tough, and I'll just have to wait out the next 10 days until we get that time with the oncologist, just to find out what 2025 looks like. But my hope, my prayer, and my belief is that 2025 is going to be a significant year for me. At 2025, I'm believing that I'll be declared cancer free. I'm believing that I'll be able to have my stoma reversed. And if you have a mind to pray, I'd love you to pray for that outcome as well. Join with me and many others who are praying for me around the world. But just trusting in that everlasting faithfulness of God. I know He's good. I know He's always been good to me. I know He's got plans for me, plans to prosper me and not to harm me. I know He can heal me, and I'm trusting that He will, whether that's miraculously or medically. But even if He doesn't, He is still good. He is still great, and He is still the one I'll worship. So if you join with me praying, that would be great. If you're watching this and you need prayer, I'd love to pray for you. So please tell me a little bit about yourself and your circumstances in the comments, and I'll very happily pray, or direct message me if you prefer, as many of you have done. Equally, if you've got questions, please feel free to ask in the comments, and I'll do my best to reply. Thanks for watching.